Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to part 5 of the Suzuki head gasket, not head gasket, cracked head jobbo. Today, hopefully, we'll be buttoning it all up, cabling, pipes. We've got lots of tappety things to do and stuff, and then hopefully we'll be starting it. Right, let's crack on. Right, I'm going to set up the valve lash or the valve clearances. I'm at top dead center on the bottom pulley, and when it's at top dead center, these two, when these two are loose, those two, you can set up that pair, 1, 2, the pair under there, the exhaust there, and the exhaust on cylinder 3. Yeah, so them, and them. So inlet is 3 to 5 clearance, and exhaust is 6 to 8. So we'll start with the inlet of the first set. So that's too tight because that's 3 thou. And it is going in actually. It's a bit awkward here. Oh no, yep, 3 thou. So we've got 3 in there, but won't go in there. 5 will not go in there. So that is within spec. That one is a bit tight. So to adjust that, we just put a screwdriver in there, undo that one, undo that lock nut, and then back it off just a tiny bit, then nip at the lock nut until we get our spec. Same on these, but obviously they're slightly bigger. I'm just reading what they are. Exhaust 6 to 8 thou. Quite awkward to get into on them, but it is doable. So let's crack on and do them. Right, next thing, I'm going to try and get the water pump pulley on. I'm just going to jack it up a bit for that. You might move around a little bit. I do apologise if you do. Hopefully I'll be able to get it on. No, that's not going to go on now. I'll have to go up higher, I guess. See if we can get it on there. No. Ah, there she blows. Right, let's get us 3 screws. Right, I'm going to get in the way a sec, sorry. Oh, these don't want to start. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Right, just going to put a bar in there just to give the bell a bit of tension. 12mm spanner on there. That's her. Nice and tight. And the belt is pretty good. Right, next thing we need to do is get these sides engine mounts on. That one mounts in the front down there, and that one goes like that. But to get it in, got to lower the engine down again, which seems to be going up and down like everything at the moment. So let's let it go down a bit. try that. Right, that's in position. So let's jack it up again. That should pop onto that stud. There she goes. Right, with that one just sat down, I've got to try and slip this one in with that bolt in. A bit fiddly. We'll have a go. Right, just need to go around and nip them up now. Right, let's just buzz these up quickly. Perfect. That one in there. I'll get the wheel spanner on that one. Do that in a sec. Perfect. Well, now, with a bit of luck, should be able to lower this off the jack. Yes. We're actually supported under our own weight. Very nice. Ooh, I'll plug that one in before I forget. There. Right, let's keep going. So we moved over to the bench to look at the thermostat housing. Normally we just throw this together, but there is a bit of an oddity on this. Ooh, oh. Anyway, we got a new one. So just got to take out the sensor. It's a 2-wire one, but when you put it in, don't put any sealing compound or anything on the threads. Just rely on the new crush washer. So that one will go in there. I'll explain in a minute. And when this goes together, obviously, thermostat goes in there. The housing is on this side. Housing on this side. And there is a little thread on the back there. Now, when we had this car, the temperature gauge didn't work. It took me ages to work this out. I might even just do a little video on it. But there is a wire that goes from that little... Oh, you can't see it with my big hands in the way. That little fit in there. Right, got it in there. So there's a little wire here. That is mounted to the head, like that. Obviously a stat goes in there. That one mounts like that. Now when we had it, it didn't have this wire. But basically you've got to earth out these two sides. So I made up a little lug, well the lug I didn't make, but I found it, and earthed it out and it worked fine. So make sure you've got this earthed out on there. I'm guessing just because when you've got the joint in here and everything, it could possibly not have a good earth. So anyway, we got our new joints, stat and everything. Let's chuck it on the car. Start with a little joint. I think it goes that way. Then the body, which goes, I should have done that up. I'll do that up in a minute. That goes on there. And we got the stat. Just sits nicely in that step. then joint. And hopefully this doesn't all fall out. And then the cover. That seems to have gone up quite well. Not forgetting our little tab. Snugged up. So that one would go on there, and I'll have to tighten that one up there. Our next job we're going to do is the exhaust manifold down here. I don't know how we're going to see, but do apologise. So I got a new gasket. I've put some copper slip on all of the studs. Just, I don't want to take it off again, but you never know. Good practice, isn't it? Oh, how the hell did this go in? I can't remember who fitted it. There she goes. I'll get a couple of nuts to hold it on, and then line everything up. That's the exhaust manifold on, and the heat shields, and there's an earth that goes to the top of there to the body. I've done the bottom bolts up under there. Next thing I need to do, if you can see it from there, you see it? Get the old, see my finger wiggling there, get the lambda sensor in there. And I got you need a special socket to get it on, obviously, because I can't do it one-handed. Oh my beauty. Got to be able to keep the wire on while you put the socket on. This new lambda actually came with some anti-seize on the thread, so that's good. I do apologise about this. I don't know how much you can be able to see. I'll try and set you up. But yeah, you know where it's got to go. Right in under there. And there it is in. A bit fiddly for my fat fingers, but there she goes. Next, going to put the rocker cover on, held by 6 bolts, and they're 11 Newton meters torque. I've got a new joint to go on there, and I've got to put a little bit of sealant on these corners. I might put a tiny bit in here just to help it stay in when I turn it over. And I've also put just a tiny bit of engine oil in these O-rings that go to the spark plug tubes. Right, let's start buttoning this thing up. Starting with the spark plugs, I guess. I've got this wee bracket to go on the thermostat housing. Right, now that is it, more or less back together, I hope. I haven't put any coolant in yet and the airbox isn't fixed, just because I can hopefully bleed coolant down there somewhere. So I suppose the next thing is to make sure the battery's charged. Turn that down so you're not blinded. And try and crank her. Right. Let's go for it. Check the oil. There's no water in it at the moment. Let's put the battery on. Oh, something's beeping. Oh, because the door's open. Right. It might be a bit rattly when it starts up. Hopefully it'll crank for a bit and build up oil pressure and stuff. Well, I heard a whistle of fuel and stuff. Right out of gear. Oh my god, that was seriously the first start. Right, don't want to run it for long, there's no water in it. Sweet! All I've done now is I've just filled it up with water. I did have to bleed a little bit from, oh, let's grab that. See the pipe, manifold heating pipe underneath there. I don't know if you can see it with my hands there. But down there, I just cracked the pipe and let some, let the air out, water in. That was no problem at all. Run it up, temperature gauge works all fine, so she's a beauty. Put the bumper on, the little trim underneath there, wheels and stuff on, and she is good to go. Well, there she is, running as sweet as a nut, as you can see. Got a couple of adjustments to do, just got to lower the tick over a little bit. Hang on, I'll move away so you can hear me better. But that's pretty much it. All I've done is just put the bumper back on, Oh, I'll go back to it. Put the bump back on, which is the opposite of when we removed it, as you could see in the first video. So there we go, done. So this would be going to its next owner. It might be my son, might be someone else, don't know. But if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Sorry it was so long. You know, it's a lot of episodes, but I struggle to compact them. But there we go, because I waffle on a bit, I suppose. I suspect. So yeah, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. Look out for us on our Instagram channel or account, and yeah, please subscribe. And we might, I don't know, we don't need to do much on this. I don't think it needs a good clean up, but we'll work on that. And I'll see you next time. Cheers then.